No one ever expects cruelty to arrive wearing designer clothes. Mara was already exhausted when the evening rush began at Blue Harbor Diner. She had been on her feet for nearly 12 hours straight, taking on a double shift because rent was overdue and her savings had vanished into vet visits. Behind the counter, tucked carefully inside a basket lined with a thin blanket, lay her biggest worry, Scout, her 10-week-old German Shepherd puppy. He was burning with fever, breathing shallowly, and every soft whimper twisted her chest. She had pleaded with her manager that morning. If she couldn't keep Scout close, she would have to miss work, and missing work meant eviction. Reluctantly, he agreed as long as the puppy stayed out of sight. Mara checked on him between tables, whispering reassurance whenever he stirred. Then the front door chimed. The temperature in the diner seemed to drop the moment Lexa Harrow walked in. Everyone in the city knew her name. Her father's money built half the skyline, and rules rarely applied to people like her. At her side was Brent Wallace, smug and broad-shouldered, a man who walked like the streets owed him respect. His father's influence over the local police made him fearless and reckless. They didn't wait to be seated. Lexa slid into a booth without removing her sunglasses, even under the harsh fluorescent lights. Brent leaned back, scanning the room with open contempt. Mara forced a polite smile and approached with her notepad. Lexa rattled off her order quickly, deliberately tangling details together as if daring Mara to mess up. Mara repeated it carefully twice, wanting no excuse for conflict. Everything went smoothly until it didn't. When the drinks arrived, Lexa noticed it instantly. "There's no lemon," she snapped. "I'm so sorry," Mara began. The apology never landed. Lexa's hand struck her face with a sharp crack that echoed through the diner. Pain flared across Mara's cheek as Scout whimpered from behind the counter. "You're useless," Lexa hissed. "Absolutely useless." Mara swallowed, her eyes burning. She turned toward the counter to fix the mistake. Then Scout cried out again, weaker this time. She dropped to her knees beside him, shielding his trembling body with her own. Her hands shook as she checked his tiny head. That's when Brent noticed. "What is that thing doing here?" he said loudly. Mara lowered her voice. "He's sick. I just need to watch him until my shift ends." Brent laughed, short and cruel. "People like you shouldn't have animals. If you can't afford your own life, you don't deserve one." Scout whimpered again. Brent's expression hardened. Without warning, he kicked her. The impact knocked the breath from Mara's lungs. She curled instinctively around Scout, taking the blow against her ribs and shoulder, refusing to let it reach him. The diner froze. A spatula clattered to the floor in the kitchen. A mother turned her child away. No one spoke. Lexa smiled. But neither of them noticed the man sitting at the counter directly behind Brent. He had been quiet all evening. Broad shoulders, close-cropped hair, posture too controlled to be casual. The kind of stillness that suggested danger held in check. Jack Ryland stood. He didn't shout. He didn't rush. He simply stepped forward. "Apologize," he said calmly. Brent scoffed. "Do you have any idea who my father is?" Jack didn't even blink. "No." "And I don't care." Lexa crossed her arms. "This doesn't involve you." "It did the moment you crossed a line," Jack replied, positioning himself between them and Mara. Brent shoved him. That was the mistake. Jack caught his wrist mid-motion, twisted once, and Brent collapsed to his knees, screaming. The sound cut through the diner like glass. Jack leaned down, voice low and steady. "You touch her again, and the next place you'll be standing is a courtroom." Brent tried to recover his bravado. "My father won't help you," Jack interrupted, releasing him, "especially when I file the charges." Jack turned to Mara, helping her gently to her feet. Scout licked her chin weakly. Jack crouched, checking the puppy with unexpected tenderness. "He needs a vet. Immediately." "I can't afford," Mara began. "I can," Jack said. Let's go. Lexa lunged for control. You can't just leave. We'll say you attacked us. Jack paused at the door and lifted his phone. Everything's recorded. Her confidence shattered. And the police chief you're planning to call? Jack added. He's already under federal investigation. I'm leading it. Silence fell, then whispers erupted. By nightfall, Brent and Lexa were in custody. Their booking photos spread online before sunset. Investigations reopened. Officers were suspended. Empires cracked. Scout survived. A serious infection caught just in time. Jack stayed. Through vet visits. Through sleepless nights. Through recovery. Weeks later, Scout, healthy and strong, raced across the diner floor and leapt into Jack's arms. Mara smiled, a warmth returning to her life. You saved us, she said softly. Jack shook his head. You saved him. I just reminded people how to be human. Scout barked, tail wagging, nudging their hands together. And in a city once ruled by money and fear, a waitress, a former Navy SEAL, and a German Shepherd puppy became proof that real justice can't be bought, and real courage always shows up when it matters most.